But
you
she
know?
can still train people. I'm saying train people like she does and charge $1,000
Oh,
to kind of
I
help your
see.
brand.
It's funny you said that. So my next book that I'm actually outlining now is going to be all around helping people to literally do what I've done, and then we're building e-courses around that. Buy the e-course, and then there'll be another thing where there'll be like life coaching, online life coaching. So we are looking at that, but like right now is not the time. Right now, yeah.
He
But
said,
that
I'm not
class,
really a yeller.
but
At
you did
first, it
that
was kind
class.
of
That
hard, the
class,
prompting. I was just
you
like, oh,
you did that class. That class was intense.
it was intense. And it was $1,000. You know
But
what I'm
that's
saying?
okay because you
But it
invested
was
in
worth it, though.
yourself.
It was worth it.
Yes,
I
it
learned
was.
some jewels out of there, but I like to learn anything. So that's what I'm saying. Like somebody like you should do something like that for these, smaller podcasts or people that want to learn the way. You know what I mean? You should definitely think about it.
Yeah, we'll see. I got time. You can ask me
Oh,
whatever.
don't play with me because
Go ahead.
I had a whole bunch of questions. I kept it short and sweet because I ain't want to.
No, go. I got
Okay.
time. What my team is setting up for my thing, so
All
I got
right.
time.
Cool. All right. So let's clear up a couple rumors with because there was this guy. I don't know if you know him. Right. He's on.
I don't talk about
Okay.
trash though.
Oh, all right. So how did you come up with? How did you pick Melissa and Damage to be on the show? Because I never really heard the backstory on that. Out of all people, like I mean, that's a good selection, but you could have picked anybody. What made you pick those two?
Melissa Ford is just a no-brainer because she's important to hip hop. She at the time I was coming off of Love and Hip Hop and needed a platform. And we had such a good friendship at the time that she was the person I was talking to all the time. So I mean, our private conversations were crazy. So and then we started, and then we went through rotating co-hosts. That third chair has always been an interesting thing. It's been a revolving thing. And then with Damage, once we started to really say, okay, we want to take this platform higher. How do we become syndicated? Radio, how do we get a TV show? And that's when we started looking at like all the things we needed to do to be able to build a sustainable brand in that space. And Damage came from my heart, so he knew radio. So it just was a good fit. And he's young, he's straight,
He nice
um,
looking.
he's good looking for the
Both of
ladies.
them are nice looking, so you did good on that.
I mean, that wasn't necessarily the priority. The priority was, is the LGBT community represented? Yes, I'm there. Are women represented? Yes, Melissa's there. Is the younger millennial represented? Straight man, parent, father? Yes, and Damage filled all those spots. And then on top of that, he had a background in radio and hosting. So I've been very critical that black media should be speaking with one voice as much as they can on
Right.
topics like this, on something like this. But we're creating something that hopefully they'll all get behind, and we have a lot of support for it. And I'm excited to get that out there soon too.
I haven't read it. I haven't had time. I'm like you. I'm trying to.
You in quarantine? You ain't got nothing but time.
I got a whole lot to do this shit by myself. I'm not there yet. Which like you, Jason, you got staff and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm getting there. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to read it because you definitely inspire people like myself that's trying to get out there more. And I don't care what nobody say. I know people be saying, I don't know how you avoid all.
Let me tell you the reason why I don't respond to negative comments. I mean, sometimes I do when I'm laying in bed and I'm bored and I'm watching Three's Company or something. But the reality is that there are miserable people in the world who, when they wake up every day, they realize that they're only here on Earth because their mother didn't swallow. And the thing that I've come to learn, the thing that I've come to appreciate about that is that to acknowledge them would give them an alternative thought that maybe I do have some purpose. So I let them just be miserable in their own shit. I'm good. Hollywood, it's sunny out here. I'm
So you
chilling.
did Wendy, you did the Breakfast Club, you got the book, you've been on Black Enterprise. What else is next besides you trying to sell the company and make a whole bunch of money?
I have a new YouTube late night talk show coming out that I've created on my own because I did a deal to do my own syndicated show, but then with everything happening in the world and syndication being questionable right now, I still have that development deal, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait for I'm not gonna wait for a network to give me a show. I'm just gonna create my own show. So I
Right.
recorded the theme song myself.
Oh God. Wait, you singing? Please don't tell me you
No,
singing.
I'm rapping.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's good
Oh
too.
shit.
And I actually have a big feature on the song too.
Really? They co-signed Jason Lee.
They on there rapping together,
Is it a
and
female or a guy?
the female.
Is it Megan?
I'm not saying any names yet, but it's
Oh.
a name that
When is it
everybody
coming? When is it
knows.
coming?
It's coming. I don't know. We're actually getting ready to do a run through right now because we just got the graphic package back. And if everything is good, we'll probably launch it in a week or maybe 2 weeks with a countdown. And it'll be streamed on YouTube. It'll be streamed at HollywoodUnlocked.com, and it'll be streamed on Facebook. Seven,
Yeah.
8. We have one more person that's getting ready to come on, but 8 maybe total.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
so a
we
big
out.
team is not necessary.
And then
All
we
right,
out.
cool. I'm on the right path then. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But
Oh,
they're
no,
like, oh,
man.
you need 20 people. I'm like, I do? Like, I don't think I
Yeah,
can do
no,
all of
keep
that.
your overhead low. Keep your overhead low. Make sure that you're not, I mean, a lot of what we did too, had optics. I mean, you got to make shit look good. So we spent a lot of money in different ways than maybe people wouldn't, but I think that people just, you definitely don't waste your money in overhead.
Yeah.
Definitely like be smart how you spend your money.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. When you start out in media, you
Mm-hmm.
want to build a collaborative relationship with other media personalities and outlets
Mm-hmm.
because you can either grow the easier way or the hard way. The
Right.
easier way is build a coalition, plug into the vein of all the networks that are working. When I
Mm-hmm.
first started, one of my biggest supporters was the Shade Room. The Shade Room used to share my content. Baller Alert used to share my content. And so that grape juice used to share my content, and
Right.
the stuff fly people like used to share my content, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then as I've grown, I've then been able to get looks on Variety and Vogue and E and People. My point is that um, you want to come off credible. You want to know what you're talking about. My contracts are not public. All my tea that I've ever spilled, you can search it and find it, and I prove it. So just because somebody says something doesn't mean that it's fact. And I typically don't comment about trash because you take trash out and you dump it. You don't entertain it, right? You don't
Well,
let
I
trash.
think that is when we doing interviews, we do have to clarify. That's why I said, can you clear up rumors? Because these are
Well,
rumors.
that's not a rumor because Melissa's a grown ass woman. Damage is a grown ass man, and if that was the case, don't you think they would have spoke on it on their own?
That's true.
Now,
That's true.
somebody says that I pay um, iHeart to syndicate my show. Do you know how much it would cost to pay iHeart to put a show every weekend in 52 markets all across America? The problem with our people is that we like to discredit one another or somehow diminish the achievements. But I think to be a gay man who owns his own company and become nationally syndicated,
Mm-hmm.
a big deal. That's why
It
Billboard
is a big
covered it.
deal. Even if you did pay somebody, it what difference would it make? You're syndicated. Like, who
Yeah,
cares?
but you can't pay to
Yeah,
syndicate
no,
your show on
you
iHeart.
can't.
Like you can't pay iHeart. Nobody. You can't just walk in and say, "Hey, iHeart, put this on the air. Here's money." It don't work like that. They
Exactly. No.
they have to come to you and say, "We would love to hire you, or we'd love to partner with you to bring you onto our platform," and then you get a deal. So I think again, it's just it's just a lack of information that people know.
Right. Well, he put that out there. I didn't. I was asking you, was it true or not? That was all I
Sure,
wanted to know. Because
sure.
when we doing interviews, when you meet somebody, or I'm sure when you're doing these interviews, they're there to clarify the truth and what's not the truth, and that's all I wanted to know. I'm a fan, so I'm not here to comfort you at all. You know.
Oh, listen, nobody can come for me because I drag better than anybody.
I
I'm not worried
know
about
that's
I'm not worried about anybody coming for me. I can handle any conversation. That's why I don't get on
right.
these interviews and
Exactly.
say, "Oh, don't ask me this, don't ask me that." I just say that I just interviewed Maxine Waters the other day. It's out now. And if I'm going to have Maxine Waters' time, I'm going to ask her the hard questions that people want to know. But Damage and Melissa, they grown. If they weren't, listen, if nobody was making money, if they weren't making money, the world would know. Because why would you
Yeah.
stay in a situation where you weren't making money?
So top three interviews, right? That you would never do again. Top three people that you would never do again.
Boom Gang, never. Again, I work for myself, right? I own my own company, so I don't
Right.
interview people
That you
that
don't
I
like.
that I don't like. I
Right.
only talk to the people that I like. Probably when they interview Haiti Baby again, because I only did that because he's from my hometown, but it was just like more of like hometown love kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't. He was a little disappointing. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I don't think that there's anybody that I would not interview again. Like I for the most part, those two, yeah, but I have the privilege of talking to who I like.
I know you wouldn't do Little Boosie either, because I know you said you don't even want to deal with his nothing
Yeah,
concerning his
because I
life.
don't have any interest in talking to somebody who's homophobic. I mean, if we are, we need to be coming from a place of understanding, like trying to understand each other. The last time we posted about him, he was on a rant about Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle's child. Like, who attacks a 12-year-old child? It's not your child. And then on top of that, you talked about having grown women perform oral sex on your 12-year-old son. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not excited about interviewing Lil Boosie.
If you had to give Trump some advice to handle all this situation that's going on with the protesting and the corona and everything, like what advice would you tell Trump if you had to? First, would you sit down and talk to him? That's number one. And if you did, what would you say?
I would sit down and interview Trump,
Okay.
but I would have to be able to come from where I sit. Like, I would have to be able to come from how I feel, and I know that that would never happen. Uh,
You never know.
uh, yeah, I mean, I did get invited to be with them on election night because I knew the person that helped fund his campaign, and they asked me, "Do you want to come with us on election night, and then we could try to get you an interview with Trump." And I was like, he ain't gonna win, so no,
Could have
I'm not.
did
Of
that,
course,
did he?
I voted for Hillary. I was like, no. And
Yeah.
then he won. Yeah, I'd interview him for sure. But what
Okay.
would I say to him about the rallies and everything? I would say drink a glass of bleach and come on down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why bleach though? Like,
Because he said that if you ingest bleach, it gets rid of coronavirus, right?
right. Okay. Damn, Jason. Or I don't. Cause I think you
We do have a podcast.
beyond that. Okay.
Yeah,
But I just
we
think
do.
you beyond that though. Just the
Well,
name.
what would I say to people? Man, when you really are serious about your brand, like lead with intention. Know what it is that you are trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out all of the different areas that you want to go to help to elevate your brand. Like for me, people don't understand why I'm loving hip hop. Oh, he's not a star. Oh, he's not a star on the show. Oh, what they say, whatever they say. Well, I got more episodes than some of the stars. I get more money than some of the stars because I have more value. But I would do it because it's a great commercial that plays over and over.
Do you want to get on any other reality shows, or why had?
Nope.
Nope.
Honestly,
Okay.
it's a good question because I woke up this morning and I said, do I want to go back to Wildin' Out and Love and Hip Hop? Am I done with TV for now? Just focus on all 100% ownership and control of my stuff and utilize everything I'm doing to work for me and maybe create shows for other people, but just like in terms of not like, do I want to be on TV? Because everything is changing right now, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know the answer to that. I have one more episode, one more season with Wildin' Out, and I got 2 more seasons with Love and Hip Hop if I want to do that. But I don't know.
Do
Doing
your
another
own
reality.
reality show. I think Mona would probably pick that up.
I don't want to be. I don't want to
You
work
don't
for
want
Mona. I don't want to work for Mona. I don't want to work for anybody. I want to work for
that.
myself. I'm at a point now where I can work for myself. I do have a development deal where I can develop more shows.
Right.
And so I do have a couple ideas for some shows that we are shopping right now, but I'd be executive producer. I wouldn't be necessarily on the show. I do want to do like an American Idol type show, a voice type show where like
Really?
to be one of the judges. Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Okay. That would be interesting. I can
Yeah.
see that happening.
But
Yeah,
I don't want to do
Jason Lee.
reality TV anymore, because like I don't even like conflict like that. Like to show up every time and I got to tell you some bad news. They don't make you that way because when you see me on camera, that's all really me, right? Like I'm not perfect, so you've seen some of my imperfections, you've seen some of my vulnerable side. But I
Right.
think that because I'm in media and I'm the one that spills the tea, that's my job. So I got to spill the tea, and that's uncomfortable sometimes. To hey, I got to tell you,
Do you
your
have
baby.
security? That's
Yeah,
what
of
I always
course.
wanted to ask you. You do?
Yeah.
You when you start talking about 6ix9ine or post anything about, because I know I posted him and it was like, "Why you posting him?" I'm like, y'all the ones who made him
Yeah,
like
yeah,
become so
they
successful.
do. But I also talk to 6ix9ine too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh.
text 6ix9ine. I told him he needed to speak out about the Black Lives Matter stuff, and he did. Whether people like him or not, at least he used his platform for 21 million people to talk about an issue that was important. Is 6ix9ine somebody that I would hang out with? No, he's
Would
not.
you sign him under your company?
Under my agency
Yeah.
for brand deals with a 20 million plus platform, probably.
Oh shit. They looking at. See, you looking at him too,
No,
Jason.
no, because one of your followers is cute, or maybe he's cute. So I was
What?
looking at his
Oh,
Instagram because I will slide into Instagram now.
you know what? Do you think that's right? Because they know who you are. You ain't scared of doing something
I
like
don't
that.
care about that because I don't do nothing that I don't want nobody to put out. Everything I do, I do it with the idea that it could come back. So if I slide in DMs, I say reckless shit all the time. And you know what?
What?
If they screenshot and put it out there, it's like it don't do nothing to me. I don't care.
Oh shit, Jason. You ever been speed dating before?
I just told somebody the other day I want a speed date.
I want a speed date
I do want
too.
to do a speed date, huh?
I want a speed date too.
Yeah,
It looks fun.
I do want a speed date because I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready.
You gotta go somewhere where people don't know you, so you can get a fair chance. You don't care.
It once they find my Instagram, it's over. So it don't matter.
I wouldn't tell them. You don't think you should just not tell them?
You don't think people find Instagrams? Oh, hey, what's your name? Jason Lee. Oh, nice to meet you. Straight. I've had somebody show up on a date like, oh, I Googled you before I got here. Really? I've never Googled anybody. I'm gonna start Googling people because you just never know. Maybe killers are showing up.
Yeah. And you're a nice looking guy. It's too bad you in the light because
Look at this 42-year-old skin. I don't. And
you
I ain't got
know
no work. Yeah, I ain't got no work yet.
you're looking good though. That's what I'm saying.
What?
You need to pop out a baby and spread the no.
I don't know, man. Look at this world we live in right now. I
That's her.
send in love to all the parents out there who are raising kids, and today I can't even imagine the conversations that people are having with their kids. It's easy to vilify the messenger.
Of course, of course.
Once they find my Instagram, it's over. So it don't matter.
I wouldn't tell them. You don't think you should just not tell them?
You don't think people find Instagrams? Oh, hey, what's your name? Jason Lee. Oh, coronavirus. I was so anxious. My doctor had to put me on supplements, magnesium, and all types of shit just to bring my stress down because I was so stressed out. But again, in my book, I talk about having faith over fear. Like, you're either going to have faith that you're going to make it through or you're going to be afraid all the damn time. So I'm choosing to have faith. And I mean, I think things are finally getting better. I see all this stuff people are doing in the streets is amazing. And I'm like, I'm amazed at the young people who are like, we ain't having this shit.
Because I'm
We,
interested.
we post 50 to 60 pieces a day. We
Damn.
post from 5 a.m. to midnight, but now we're moving towards a 24-hour cycle to post 24 hours a day, every 15 minutes.
Mm.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think you know, when you're asleep, other people are awake. So it just depends. Like we're geo-targeting people in other countries to see what time they're up and online, and we'll post content specific to them. And it's just about figuring out the algorithm and how to get to your people.
Appreciate you being on. I could talk to you for hours and beat your
Well,
head up.
thank you for having me, and good luck with everything you're doing, and just keep going. Like, it's worth it. Like, there were days I remember me and my friend, we were sitting in my apartment when I first started Hollywood Unlocked. I only had $100 to get me through the whole week. I was like, what we gonna do? We gotta fake it till we make it on Instagram, and we gotta buy some top ramen noodles.
I didn't want to talk about no bullshit with you. Thank you, Jason, for coming on.